Hello friends, welcome back to another Plan With Me. This is the Sterling Ink Common Planner size B6 full year. I use this solely for work, so it's not normally shared on any of my social media platforms. However, I did get many requests to share how I use this planner, and so this 1 week is a bit more public friendly. I'm really hoping this can give you a better idea of how I actually use it day to day. The actual Plan With Me ends after Wednesday, and then it skips to the weekly view, and I just flip through the daily pages. The weekly view I primarily use for several different things. One, I mark all of my meetings. Two, I calculate the number of hours that I have for heads down work. In other words, time where I can actually focus and get work done. 3, I write down 1 to 3 top priorities of the day. These are things I cannot push to the next day or that I really, really want to be able to finish that day. And 4, I also have different areas on the page where I can write down tasks. On the very left-hand column, I have a This Week section. This is where I put any task that I know I need to get done with this week, but I don't know what day I need to designate it to. I have an inbox on the right-hand side where I'll put anything that I know I need to look at some point, but I don't know exactly when or how high of a priority it is. I also have a next week section. This is when I know that I need to get it done either the following week or even after. But I don't know what day, so I just write it on the weekend section instead of going to the next week and writing it there. And I always fill it out the night before. So I set it up usually on Friday at the end of my work day or over the weekend, depending on how busy I am. And we'll fill out Mondays sometime before Monday. For Tuesday, I fill it out the day before. Wednesday, the day before. And the reason why I do it the day before and not all over the weekend is because I've noticed that my meetings move around and shift, and it messes up my entire calculation. So the most accurate usually is the day before. That's when my meetings and heads down work and all the time calculations that I do are pretty solidified. I've found that focusing on 1 to 3 priorities based on the amount of time that I actually have to work is really helpful for me in not getting sidetracked by different tasks and not giving myself too many goals that I don't have the time to accomplish. It's really unfair to put and make a whole to-do list for work when, for example, you only have, say, 2.5 hours to complete something, right? So for me anyways, it's been a very good way to ground myself, give myself realistic goals, help not get burnt out, not always feel like I'm playing catch up, and just gives me a much more realistic view of the things that I can accomplish in one work day. And as I fill out the weekly section, I also set up my daily section. I'm setting up the weekly and the daily simultaneously. Weekly comes first always because that's where I calculate my hours. And then I will move over the high priority tasks and tasks onto my daily page. And this is where I stay throughout the workday. The weekly section I primarily use to calculate the hours, get a weekly overview so I don't miss things that I need to get done within the week or see a bigger overall picture of what days I may be utilizing more time to prep for something, to see when I have important presentations. The daily is where I look and I stay during the workday. It's where I don't look anywhere else, and I use it very similarly to my Hobonichi Techo, where that's where I focus. I don't need to worry about anything. That's where I write down anything and everything that I need to get done. I also personally use my daily pages as a totally free space. So not only does it have tasks, but random notes from meetings, any thoughts that come up, any good feelings or conversations, any learning moments, I will write down. My weekly planner is also a lot more messy than my personal Hobonichi. I'm usually writing a lot faster. When I write faster, my writing tends to get bigger, sloppier, takes up more space. I definitely don't stay within the grids. I'm making an attempt to write much more neatly in my dailies right now because I know that I'm going to be uploading it, but just know normally it's a lot more scribbly and partially cursive that no one else can read, and sometimes I cannot even read when I go back my daily pages. Another difference between my weekly tasks versus my daily page tasks is the level of detail. Weekly tasks will be the overarching task, for example, finish project A. Whereas my daily pages, it will break down every step that I need in order to accomplish that main task for the day. A big difference between my work B6 planner and my smaller Hobonichi Techo A6 is I will actually hand letter and write days of the week and other things with my tombos in here. And that's only because the page is a lot bigger, so I have the real estate to be able to use larger letters. What's really funny is when I first got my work planner, I had imagined myself using it very minimally in terms of style. I thought it was mostly going to be pen and paper with perhaps some color, maybe some Tombow swatches here and there. After a couple days, I definitely felt unhappy and unmotivated every time I opened up my planner without something cute on there and some bursts of color. That's when I started incorporating more washi and stickers, and I'm much happier at where I've landed. But it's definitely not thought out. There's no rhyme or rhythm to it. It's not as cohesive. I don't spend time on it. So as you can see in the weekly, I put down one strip of washi and some stickers above, and that's it. Even this week, this is a lot. Usually I'll either put one strip of washi or one big sticker and go from there. However, the layout is the same almost every week, right? The left column, tasks, the inbox, and next week in the weekend portion. The daily pages, this is pretty similar in terms of style. I'll put a little bit of washi down, or if I'm feeling some stickers or larger stickers, I will put down a couple larger stickers and choose Tombos that match the colors and go from there. I also like to use any colored pens in here since I don't have to worry, or I'm not concerned, I guess, about it being as cohesively aesthetic like I am in my Hobonichi. So it's just much more freeform, and the time spent thinking about and actually decorating is, I would say, 5 minutes at most. That's about it. Almost forgot, the March 2023 is a half-page cover page. Totally went over my head that we moved into a new month. I do like to have fun with monthly cover pages. Wasn't able to. And here we are, jumping to the end of the week. And I'll quickly point out the most important parts: the focus, top priorities, the time, heads down work, in addition to the other lists. And here's a quick flip through of my daily pages. I had to cover a part of the left page up. But that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this very short and sweet work plan with me. And until next time, stay safe, take care, and happy planning. Bye.